the killing to stop. I want the killing to stop. Does every person that lives in Gaza deserve to die? The children too? Because they estimate thousands upon thousands of children have been killed. Does everybody in Lebanon deserve to be killed and bombed? Does everybody in Iran deserve to be bombed and killed? You know, in a perfect world, we would make our leaders have to meet up and fight it out. Could you imagine? Could you imagine what would happen if we sent our senior leaders to actually deal with these problems themselves? But see, that's not the way it works. See, they get to the top and they use our military to fight their battles for them. And the truth is we deserve so much better. I'm not against committing troops to war if the war is just. But I will never commit to send troops into harm's way when there are still opportunities to be able to solve the problems without bloodshed. And I will not ask the mothers and daughters of this country to send their sons and daughters into harm's way because people at the top in our country are just not smart enough to find out a solution before sending people into harm's way. You know, this whole Secretary of War, if you don't realize the moment Pete Hegseth took that position, he has been hungry for war. You know, I recently heard that actually him and Donald Trump love looking at the videos that nobody gets to see anymore of people being burned to death, of people being killed that are holding on to just trying to stay alive in the waters. Over 200 people have now been killed in the Caribbean. Remember when it was about 100? When we found out that Pete Hegseth and them went back into a kill zone and killed 2 people? That was when it was around 100. Now it's over 200 because they haven't stopped killing people in the Caribbean. They're just not highlighting it. They're not talking about it. But make no mistake about it, they're enjoying watching the footage of people being killed. We deserve so much better. And to commit our troops to this is unacceptable. And people are dying. And they're not being honest with the numbers of deaths and the numbers of wounded when it comes to our troops. The Trump administration just announced that we will have to spend $1 billion to combat the new world screwworm. Now, I'm sure everybody's heard about how it's popped up in Texas and it's going to wreak havoc. It's going to wreak havoc. But everybody needs to understand that we used to spend $15 million a year. $15 million. It's a lot of money. But $15 million to keep this screwworm controlled. $15 million, a lot of money every year. But now we're going to have to spend at least $1 billion to try to stop it. But when it was $15 million a year, Elon Musk killed it with his Doge group. They did so much damage to this country. And the truth is, when this nightmare is over, we need to make them pay for everything. Everything. And I'm a little happy because I heard today that because of Elon Musk losing, especially stuff with Tesla, he's no longer a trillionaire. He's now back under the $1 trillion mark. And at the end of the day, with the damage that he has done, I hope that one day he is penniless in a jail cell. He's the one that killed child cancer research. If we can't all come together to agree that we need to do everything in our power to keep children from dying from cancer. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, I spent a lot of time sitting in the middle of a road with a bucket, basically collecting donations so that children from my hometown that died of cancer, that we would at least be able to help their parents be able to pay for their funerals. Because a family shouldn't have to also worry about being in debt while they're burying their child. And there is nothing worse than watching children lose their hair and lose their strength and then lose their life. And Elon Musk killed that capability. And there's 100 other things that he killed that benefit people. He killed USAID. Understand that they already estimate over 200,000 children have died just because USAID no longer exists. These are the things that he killed. USAID was our arm of goodwill. And do you know who's now stepping up to the plate? China. China is now the ones out there feeding people and helping people. So when you gripe about China and how they're getting stronger and stronger, it's because of Trump. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a fact. Y'all be good to each other, and we'll try to see you tomorrow. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.